So in part 2, firstly, we will discuss this question, which relates with the last week as well. Let the angle to be theta. Let BAC is theta and AC is 6 meters. That's the distance. AC is the distance. Find AB, BC distances. Okay. So you understand the definition of sine theta. You understand the definition of sine theta, which is going to be BC divided by 6. So from here, easily you can find BC, which is going to be 6 sine theta. Then to find AB, you can use cos theta, which is going to be AB divided by 6. So then AB is going to be 6 cos theta. 6 cos theta. So these are the two answers. Right. Okay, let's think about another question, similar. So you have a right angle triangle. You have a right angle triangle. And then this is going to be alpha. I would say this is going to be K. Right? So A, B, C are the points over here. Now, all the details are here, right? So you have to find AC and AB distances. AC and AB distances. Okay, so in here, you can find AC using sine alpha. Sine alpha is K divided by AC. So from here you get AC to be K divided by sine alpha. That is my AC. Then if you want to find AB, you can use cos as well. But I'm going to use tan. Let's see, what is tan alpha? Opposite divide by adjacent. This is AB. Got it? So from here, you can find AB. AB is going to be K divided by tan alpha. So that's how you find it. Right? That's how you find it. Okay. So moving into the next question. We know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So this identity we understood in our previous part. So this theta is an angle. This theta is an angle. Can be any angle. Can be any. So this can be any angle. Now, if sine theta is equal to 2 minus square root 3 square root. If sine theta is equal to this, find cos theta using the above identity. Okay, let's see how you do it. So you need to find cos theta, right? So now you have to use the identity as well. So if you want to use identity, you have to look into the identity, right? So if you look into the identity, see, if you look into the identity, you can see cos. Okay. So I'm going to subject cos square theta. So if I subject cos square theta, that is going to be 1 minus sine square theta. 1 minus sine square theta. Now, what you need actually is cos theta. So what you are going to do, you are going to take the square root of this one, and that becomes the square root of 1 minus sine square theta. Agree? You okay with that construction? Everybody? Did you forget something? Did you forget something? You forgot plus and minus? Don't forget that in the exam. These are easy marks. You might lose 1 or 2 marks, right? So plus and minus, don't forget that. Then you have sine theta. It's just a matter of substituting in here. This is my first equation. So we know sine theta from here. So we will calculate sine square theta. So you can see when you take sine square theta, the outer square root is gone. It will disappear. Outer square root means this guy. Yeah. So the answer would be 2 minus square root 3 only. The concept is this. You know, if you have square root of x, and when you square, what will happen? X to the power half and 2 is here. So this 2 gone, answer is x. So that means this square root will disappear. You can get it in that way. So when you take the square of this guy, this square root and this 2 will cancel each other. Right? In normal terms, you can say square root will disappear. Now, we have plus and minus. That's okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to substitute this one in here. So cosine theta is equal to, you have the square root here with plus and minus, 1 minus sine square theta, you are going to carefully substitute in here. So when you do that, all the time you have to introduce a bracket. Why we use a bracket? Because sometimes you have minus operator. If you don't put a bracket, the second term is not going to be minus. What I'm saying, if you write like this, minus 2 minus 3 like this, square root 3 like this, without a bracket. Bracket versus without a bracket. See? Then this minus is going to multiply with 2 only, not here. But if you put a bracket, this minus is going to multiply with this guy as well as this guy, which is the right way of doing it. So don't do that mistake. So I carefully put that in here. So now I can simplify that further. Okay, so now next step, plus and minus. Now you get 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Minus minus is positive. Square root 3. Any questions? Any questions? No. So cosine theta is going to be this. Right? So I will leave the answer in that way. So for now, I will keep this plus and minus. We'll discuss how to decide on the sign later. So now, I will give you this small note. When we write math expressions, we write sine squared theta like this. This is a language. Sine squared theta is nothing but sine theta multiplied with sine theta. Sometimes you can say sine theta, the whole thing raised to the power 2. So when you see this one, you have to understand this is nothing but this.